Namaste, a very beautiful welcome to all of you. Today is the new moon day where we will be talking about the relationship with the zodiac houses and how other planets are in conjunction in this time. We will also see the relation with the nakshatra, how the new moon is placed with the hasta nakshatra. Now, this energy is something to begin. New moon is associated to a fresh start, to beginning of the new era, beginning of the new energies, and ending of the past energies, as the darkness of the moon represents the ending of that cycle. So this new moon is associated with Virgo in Vedic astrology, where the moon shines onto the people who have Virgo in their chart, in their as sun, moon, or ascendant, which makes them highly intelligent and makes them very grounded and related to the problems. They start coming out with the solutions. So this energy in the new moon, of the new moon in Virgo, creates solutions for the problems which might have not resolved, the problems which might have been stuck, the energy which is not uh, flowing properly because of some obstacles. So these all areas gets cleared with this energy of new moon in Virgo, where it makes the person peace within themselves and finds that balance between the social and the internal life with the practice. This new moon will bring that change, that bring that courage, that passion, that fire, which will direct us into a new actions and new beginnings. So there you will see a lot of energy which would be coming to take some initiative, to start some project, to start a new work or find a new job. So this energy will lead you into very much new possibilities, which will give you abundance of opportunities like to come. Now this moon is in conjunction with Mercury, Mars, and Sun. When these four conjunction is such a strong placement for the Virgos and also for all other signs, where Mercury is associated with the energy of communications, technology, expressions, traveling, abundance of energy, introspection. So all that will start coming from Mercury in the place placed with the moon, which will arise these feelings, that intro search, inner search, introspection will keep happening throughout this time, throughout this phase of the new moon until it becomes the full moon. It is also in conjunction with the Mars, which the Mars is associated with courage, passion, fire, strong determination, that initial force which we need to start the work, that initial energy to build up later on. So immense amount of fire and energy is also receiving in this placement through Mars, and the sun is also placed there, which also is spreading the energy uh, more brightfully and spreads it all over and nourishes and embraces those aspects which all other planets are related in that house. Now these four planets are in conjunction with each other, and this is like a huge significance in the chart, which has a good and a bad relation too. So some things would be like helping in us to create some ideas, to implement those ideas and work on to these ideas. and sometimes it would be very difficult to manage. Suppose the technology, or you might get engaged more in like the technological work, might engage in like heavy communications or heavy discussions with someone around. So these things can keep flowing, so you have to manifest what you are looking. You have to affirm yourself what you want from this new moon, and keep just sticking to that, what you want to set your intentions for this new moon. And whatever that intentions you are setting for this new moon, and when you are affirming yourself with those attentions every day, it will start manifesting, it will start happening. By the end of the full moon, you might see a result, you might see a growth in yourself, as personally, as emotionally, and also as a material or an outside social growth will be experienced due to the energy of Mars, which is pushing you towards these aspects. Now, Venus is entering in the free spirit zone, so is entering in the Sagittarius on the 7th, which brings uh, a flourishment of love, of nurturing, of creating empathy. So a lot of energy will be experienced, and the Mars is ruling in the first house, so it dominates that energy even more, and it helps to spread that. There are currently 6 planets in retrograde, which is something. Having 6 planets in retrograde, it will bring up some past impressions, feelings, emotions, to resolve them, to solve them, so that you come over. So, this new moon, you will experience some things building up from the past, some connections coming out from the past, some unresolved talks which needed to be done could get solved. So, many things related to that can happen. The energy here will create a feeling to find a balance within ourselves, and this is why this retrograde comes up to to clear out those energies, so that you find that groundingness, so that you find that place where you can hold yourself, where you can connect yourself. So even if it is coming these past experiences or dreams or vivid experiences, it is something to clear out which was stuck, and this clears out that which makes you move forward into new ideas and new beliefs. So it's a beautiful time to let go all of that which is not serving you, and what you want to achieve, and your aims and objectives. Just affirming yourself every day towards that, and it will lead you with the help of this new moon energy and the other planets. Now, talking about the nakshatra, this new moon is entering into Hasta nakshatra. Now, Hasta nakshatra is a symbol of hand. It is something which represents skills. It's something which represents material, something which represents like a touch. So where uh, the energy is associated more with the feminine side, with the mother side, right? So a lot of feminine energy will be coming from the Hasta nakshatra. Hasta nakshatra goddess is Savitur, which is related to goddess of rising sun. Now, rising sun is representing that energy which lifts up, which spreads that light and knowledge and that joy and happiness what we are looking for. It is also seen as the Gayatri Devi, which is the Gayatri mantra originates from this side, where it talks about uh, how the divinity is flourishing in and all around us, and this divinity is creating a protection for us. So one will feel very protected, one would feel very motherly feeling, very feminine energy, which will, bring you out of from the demons which is inside or what you experience outside. The obstacles which might be on the path will get, you know, solved with this energy which is very emotional, which is very cleansing, which is having that ability to achieve goals as it represents hands. So hands is something which you work with, which you do. And with the new moon entering into this sign, it makes us very strong connection to where you would use your hands a lot. Wherever you would use your hands, it will emphasize and overpower that aspect, whether it's painting, whether it's writing, whether it's using a phone, whether it's working on a laptop. So wherever your hand is involved, it will embrace those aspect with the help of new moon. So this nakshatra is dominates that side. And there is a saying in the Chinese that if you want to keep your brain healthy, you must work with the hands. So, with Mercury placed with Moon and Mars, which gives you um, a way where the mind will be in too much in fluctuation side. So, when you use your hands, the mind will be less distracted. And this is what we have to focus on. We have to um, have a vision, have some goal, and when we are putting that energy to achieve that, it will happen because the energy is supporting us to do that. So any ideas you wanted to begin, anything you wanted to start, so it's a very good time to begin that. This also creates a very much strong faith and belief in ourselves and with the surroundings too, and whatever work we are related to, which makes us gain this material aspect behind that. So after putting our intentions and ideas and implementing them, the result will be fruitful. Whatever we will desire, it will come to us. The nakshatra represents that side, that it has a strong placement for the desires. And when we how do we fulfill those desires? When we implement some things. That implementation is coming through the Mars. The Mercury is guiding you to have that creative, the intellectual side of it in the place of hasta nakshatra, which makes you act, which makes you achieve that, which makes you believe, which makes you faith. So these energies which you will experience, so you can use the most of them. And we will also experience this month as 9 nights of Durga Devi, where we will see the more feminine energy will be flourishing for 9 nights, representing Durga, Kali, and Lakshmi as Shakti. So, embrace that feminine, that Shakti, that divine energy inside us, and use it for your own growth and to self reflect, to introspect this energy and use it for your own growth. The purpose of this Hasta Nakshatra is very much related to our dharma, that righteous act, what we are supposed to do. So, this month you might experience something very deep and very purposeful to you, and this, what you would be experiencing, will have a very strong impact throughout your life. It will be a very much closely related to you. So this moon which is entering into hasta nakshatra, which brings the purpose to your life, means we are coming closer to our purpose, we are coming closer to our mission in this life with the help of this hasta nakshatra. As we saw, the Mars, Mercury, and Sun and Moon both placed in that sign will support, and later on they enter into other houses. So roll out your affirmations, manifest your intentions, be intuitive, listen to yourself, work on your projects. Beautiful energy which is surrounded you will help you into all of those things. Resolve on issues will be solved. Coming out from the problems, the obstacles which were there might get fade away, and new thoughts and better opportunities will flourish. So overall, it's a very beautiful time to implement something, to have that energy, to let go some things which is not serving us, and taking the most out of this energy onto this new moon. So you could simply do some practices for that. Affirmations you can create for yourself, meditating on the new moon night or on the day can be beneficial. Doing some moon rituals will help to direct this energy to use it better. So this was a new moon in hasta nakshatra with in the house of Virgo, where Mercury, Mars, Sun, Moon is placed. So beautiful setting in the astrological plane. I hope we all get this energy and direct us into our purpose of life. And I hope you have a beautiful month and the energy of this moon, and have a lovely day. Om.